I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 101. Before we kick things off, just a quick reminder that you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. You can also email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rotino. This is my co-host, Dan. We just got new microphones. Robinson.
What's going on, man?
What's going on is we just got new microphones.
We did it. We upgraded the show.
We did.
There's more money back into the show.
There's definitely some picks up in the Instagram. You know, you guys definitely showed some love there. We appreciate that. New mics, new year, new sound.
Wait, Dave, can you hear me now?
I can. Verizon /
Can you hear me
guy.
crystal clear?
Yeah, I can hear you crystal clear. Sounds
Nice.
like butter on both ends. So
Nice.
we hope you guys enjoy the new sound quality. Let us know what you think in the comments.
We upgraded each other.
Mm-hmm,
We should just play the Beyonce song right here. Upgrade you.
I didn't even know that was a song by her. Look at that.
Wow.
Mhm.
You not know about Upgrade You with Jay-Z, where she's like singing about upgrading Jay-Z, and Jay-Z said, "How you gonna upgrade me? What's higher than number one?"
Oh, there you go. In typical Jay-Z fashion.
I know.
All
I'm
right,
the
all
biggest
right.
Jay-Z
After this
fan.
episode ends, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on and take a listen.
You know, I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan, right?
Oh, I know you're the biggest Jay-Z fan. You're as big a Jay-Z fan as you are of Super Mario World. I know that.
Listen.
I know
listen.
that.
The best rap artist and the best. If there was ever a category for like the Golden Globes / Grammys, right? If they ever combined / VGAs, which doesn't exist anymore because
The GA is the Game
Spike
Awards.
Spike owns.
Yes.
The GAs. If there was
The Game Awards.
if the Grammys and the GAs ever collided to become one, and there was a category for best video game of all time / best rapper of all time, it would be Jay-Z Super Mario World collaboration.
Ugh.
I would just play Super Mario World as I listen to Jay-Z songs.
Oh boy, that was a bit of a stretch.
I'm just saying.
a bit of a stretch. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
All right. So okay.
So what's going on? Listen, why don't we get some of the nuances out the way? We're going to PAX, baby. It's now officially official.
That's right. April or March? March, right?
No, it's April.
April, right.
We will be out there. I think it's like April 5th to the 8th.
April 5th to the 8th, I believe. Yeah, it's 4 days. Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And we're going all 4 days.
We're going all 4 days. Friend of the show, Retro Tinkering, I believe is going to be there.
Well, he said he's going. So
Mhm.
let's hashtag get Retro Tinkering going to go PAX.
That's right.
Retro
That's right.
Tinkering PAX.
That's right.
Hashtag. I'm gonna make that a thing.
Stephen Lai, our friend, episode 45, special guest, our first special guest. He will be there. We're going to see him. Hopefully we can get a little thing going on the show. Our friend Anthony, episode
Second guest.
75, I think. Got to go fast with Anthony McCary. Take a listen to that episode if you haven't. He should be there as well. We're going to be hanging with him.
Also, that he's in Rated G infamy. He's infamous. Mike. He just goes by the name Mike. He's a real person. I have referenced Mike several times.
Yes, Mike is definitely coming again. He took some of our extra tickets. Thank you, Mike. Much appreciated. Can't wait to see you and hang out for more than a couple minutes.
Well, you mean seconds. You literally met him for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And you still don't think he's real. You thought that was like an actor. Like I
No. You're the one that planted the seed and the doubt and all that. I knew Mike was legit. I knew Mike was legit because you said he was a PC gamer. And anybody who's a PC gamer has a special place in my
that means
heart.
he's not real. That means maybe Mike's really not real. I don't think so.
So I mean, it's going to be jam packed. If you don't know the story of what happened last year, you can go back. I can't think of the episode number or whatever it is, but had a crazy story. I called you and I was like, "Look, you got to come pick these tickets up. I can't make it." And you thought I was joking.
That threw not even a monkey wrench. You threw like the whole toolbox into my plans.
I did again. I apologize for all that, but we worked it out. You had to rush over.
You spent the night at the airport.
I did that too. Yeah, first time ever. It was oh god. I mean, everyone's talking about this what is it? The winter bomb or whatever it is.
It was, I mean, because we was in March last year.
Well, it was, yeah. I mean, whatever's like going on now was happening then, and there was a huge snowstorm up in Boston. The weather was awful, and I just kept waiting around, like, when is this plane going to take off? And they were like,
you were very dedicated to coming.
Well, I mean, I already had the tickets at that point, and they really can't refund you if there's like weather issues because they can't control that. It's just that's just how it is. Like if there's a problem with their plane, that's on them. There were no problems with their planes. They're just like, look, the weather's bad. We can't fly right now. Just bear with us. And eventually at like the last minute at like 7 a.m, they're like, all right, everybody board. I'm like, all right, this is happening. So yeah,
that brings to your dedication, man. So
we will be there.
We're going to PAX. We got that going. And we also, we didn't announce this in the last episode, but the website is finally up.
That's right. RatedGforGamers.com is no longer just a link to iTunes. It is a full-fledged website.
Nice.
So you can go there. We have 100 episodes up. Look for news posts, look for video clips and whatever on there as well. We're going to hopefully be doing that more. You'll see that on the website and whatnot, and whatever we post there will also be on YouTube. So, you can check our channel out there. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. We do have that up now. So anybody who was annoyed by the fact that it takes you to iTunes and who doesn't want to use iTunes or whatnot, you can listen through the website now.
So Dave, this is the first episode we're actually recording in a new year.
Yes.
Episode 100. Awesome episode. We had Retro Tinkering on last week. We recorded that sort of on the last day. We recorded that on New Year's, I think.
I think we did, yeah.
So I think it's fitting to start the show, as we always try to do, and epically fail. Dave, what have you been playing?
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that. So I am playing Grim Fandango Remastered on PlayStation 4 with the lady.
Nice.
We wrapped up Broken Age. I think I mentioned that a little bit ago.
Finally.
And,
no, I didn't know that. Finally, you wrapped up Broken Age. I didn't know that.
We wrapped up Broken Age. She was enamored with it. So I'm like, all right, you like Broken Age? I got some other games because Tim Schafer is awesome and I love everything that he does. So I got another game for you. It's a game I never beat. I played back in the day. Grim Fandango came out in like '98. They had a remaster last year or the year before. Never got around to getting it, playing it, whatever. So we jumped into that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I think you'll like this game as well. So she's all into it. I'm into it. That's something that we're doing. Also playing the Stranger
Couples
Things.
Goals. Hashtag couples goals.
Couples goals. Hell yeah. Hashtag couples goals. Also playing the Stranger Things mobile game.
What?
Yeah. It's really good, and I highly recommend you get it.
Well, okay. So I know there's a mobile game for Stranger Things, but I don't play mobile games. What's the game about? What's the game about?
You should very much play the mobile game. It is essentially the story of season 2. It's basically a giant promo for the game, for the TV show, but it doesn't have any in-game ads. It doesn't have any in-app purchases. It is free to play. There's just a little thing in the corner that says like, watch the trailer for season 2 and whatnot. But otherwise, it's very non-intrusive. It is a action puzzle game, I guess. So it's, it's top down. It's like old 8-bit graphics. You can switch between different characters that have different abilities, right? So like Hopper's got a big punch, and you can also play as I can't think of her name. The Nancy. Nancy's got a giant bat that you play with. You can use that to like break down certain barriers and whatnot. So like each character has their own thing. The more characters you get, the more area, the more parts of the world open up. You can go to different places. There's all this like secret stuff you can get, but it's like super cool. Like it's super performant too. Runs like real well. The graphics are great. Like they did it right. Even though it's a giant promo for the TV series.
Nice.
And you'll be happy to know, just before we started recording, that I am back into the Order 1886.
Oh, it's about time.
Because I'm like, you know what? This game needs to be beaten. And I will tell you this,
it should take you a day.
Well, yeah, no, I don't necessarily want to make fun of it, but I'm going to beat this game tonight.
Yeah, right. You're not going to beat this game tonight.
I'm on like chapter 3. How many chapters are there?
You'll beat it tomorrow night.
How many chapters are there? Is there more than 3?
You know what? Let's focus on the most important thing about this game. How are you having fun playing?
I am.
Okay, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, it's actually really good
to be nominated for Game of the Year 3
years in a row. I am. I mean, like the graphics are still really good. Like I was just marveling at them earlier. I'm like, this game came out like 2 years ago and it still looks great. So yeah, I see why you like it.
No PS4 Pro upres.
No.
And I've played it on the PS4 Pro.
And no sequel announced either. What's up with that?
Well, you know what? It's in the works. I guarantee you, because it sold well. It made critics gave it 6 7s, but it definitely sold well because it definitely has a following.
Yeah, it's not bad
for a game that's been nominated 3 years in a row for best game of the year.
Definitely.
It has a following. I'm telling you.
So that's what I've been into. What have you been playing?
So I've been playing a lot of NBA 2K18 on the Switch. This game, listen, I gotta say, I took a little break from the 2K games. I played it literally religiously from maybe 06 to like 2014.
Yeah.
Sort of when I tapered off. I still bought the games, but I never finished the season. I never, got into the playoffs and won a championship until NBA 2K18 on the Switch. I've been playing it religiously, and we're gonna get into it in a convo of the week, where we get into our bad gaming memories. I'm gonna give you a bad gaming memory, a recent bad gaming memory.
Oh,
I think I spent an hour and 20 minutes like customizing my league, customizing my season, customizing my front office, making trades, and then my Switch froze.
What? Oh, wait! Save it for the segment.
No! I'm just gonna say it now. It froze, so I had to do all of that all over again.
Oh my god,
that's a awful. Recent bad gaming memory because I was frustrated.
I've been there. I think we've all been there. Your PS2 locks up, freezes.
Before I even got to play game 1 of my season, I think I spent 4 hours customizing because I spent an hour and a half and I lost everything. I spent like an hour just going through the menu, going through just the options and features.
Sure. You want to get everything situated, right? You want the controls to be on point. You get your creative character in there, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then I deleted that once I saw. I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna start over. I picked a new team. I picked the Knicks.
I was gonna ask you what your team was. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like. Listen, I was gonna pick Golden State because that's cheating. I said, why pick Golden State? I'm gonna pick the Knicks. And I'm gonna trade for Kevin Durant. But whatever. That's another story.
I see. So. Making moves.
And I did everything, and then finally it just froze, and I was so pissed because I spent literally an hour and a half customizing that league.
No autosave, no nothing.
It was autosave, but they saved the autosave saved everything prior to me customizing.
Oh, that's weak.
Weak. So it was. I was so pissed off. I gotta tell you. So I spent literally 4 hours playing a game, just customizing.
Oh.
So I got that down. I finally played the game. I got everything. I'm good to go. Then I played another couple of hours of Pokken Tournament on Switch.
Oh, nice.
I'll get into my pickups because my pickups relate to me actually playing Pokken Tournament on the Switch. I've been playing LA Noir.
Well, hold on. Go back real quick. Does Pokken Tournament have online play?
Who are you talking to, man? It's me. This me talking.
No, I understand. I just want to know if it has online play.
I do not care about online play.
You're not understanding.
Maybe it does. I don't know. You know why? Because I don't care.
All right.
I'm not gonna play. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it has to.
I am asking because I want to whoop you in Pokken Tournament.
Okay, so Dave,
because I have the Wii U version, but
everybody out there, Dave, everybody out there, listen, Dave. I first played Pokken Tournament at Dave's old apartment when we first got it for the Wii U.
Oh, way back when, yeah.
Way back. And you can probably listen to those early episodes where I boasted on how I whooped Dave in like 6-7 matches in a row.
All right, get out of here. Look. That's it.
We talk about Pokken Tournament.
That's it.
We ain't talking about Tekken.
If they have online play, I am buying the game this week. It'll be in the pickups next week.
Buy the game. You know what? Buy the game.
That's it. It's on. It's on, baby. It's on.
Buy the game. Because I'm going to whoop that. I'm going to whoop that, boy. I'm going to whoop that.
All right. We'll see.
Listen, I'm in tournament play. I'm 48-0. Okay, just like I am on the Wii U. I'm like
playing against the computer, man. That's different. You haven't faced the Retino yet.
The computer who is better than you.
You haven't faced the Retino yet. All right.
First of all, I'm like 7-0 against you. So you got some catching up to do, buddy.
7-0. Get out of here.
I already beat you in the Wii U
couple
version.
Of games.
I'll beat you in the Switch version. All
right. We'll see.
So I've been playing that. And then also been playing WWE 2K18, not on the Switch because that game doesn't work.
I was gonna ask, like, did you play this? You get the Switch version? No,
because that game don't work. I played the Xbox One.
Nice. Okay.
So honestly, I'll be honest. I play these games just to see the entrances. I play the WWE games just to see the entrances.
Right? Everything's so detailed in those games. They get the details right, and that's important.
I will say. I've been, like usually I want to see all entrances, so I usually play like a Hell in a Cell, like like a 4-way match.
Yeah.
So you see like the top 4 guys come out. I'll always play as Brock Lesnar because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn how to play. So I got to be the most powerful guy, right?
Yeah.
And I have not won a match yet. I haven't been pinned. I haven't been pinned, but I haven't won a match yet because I've been so I'm trying to learn the controls and everything.
Right.
But I got to say. The gameplay is smooth. It works. The entrances are great. This is definitely not the Switch version.
I gotta ask, is Booker T in the game?
Booker T is a playable character that is locked. So
you gotta unlock him. All right, fair enough.
You have to unlock him.
Booker T is my guy. I love Booker T.
Booker T is your guy. Look at Dave bringing diversity.
He's five-time champ. Come on.
Five-time WCW champion.
That's right.
Rooney.
That's right.
I gotta say,
I love the Spinaroonie. It has a really dumb name, but it looks cool.
Yeah. So, you know the Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
Like, so when the Undertaker wasn't like the dead man, he was sort of like the American badass when he was on the bike.
Yeah, he was in the Attitude Era, right?
Oh no, not even in Attitude Era. He was still the dead man. Sort of like towards the end of the Attitude Era.
Sure.
He took a break and he came back as the American badass.
Right. He rode out on the bike and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's footage, and you're not a big wrestling fan now. I'm still a wrestling fan, not a big wrestling fan now because the storylines just don't appeal to me.
Right.
This is still the PG era, but this footage of when they went off air. This is sort of off TV just for the live audience. They still taped. They tried to get the tape. They tried to get Undertaker to do the Spinaroonie. Everybody came out. I mean, Triple H came out. The Rock came out. Everybody tried to get Vince McMahon came out and did a Vince McMahon Rooney, as he called it, which was horrible. Everybody tried to get Undertaker to do the Spinaroonie, and then Undertaker never breaking character until this last WrestleMania where he, semi-retired. Right, we'll see about that.
Oh, he's an old man.
I'll believe it when we get a WrestleMania without the Undertaker.
Listen. Ric Flair finally retired.
Well, no.
Everyone's got to put it down.
No, Ric Flair is a different story because at WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels retired him, but that was storyline retired, and he went to TNA and he sort of wrestled. But I will say Shawn Michaels retired because Undertaker retired him, and he stayed retired. He has not wrestled the match since Undertaker retired him. But Undertaker, in character, choke slammed somebody and left. He was just like, I'm not doing a Taker Rooney. Even Triple H did a Triple H.
And he's a big he's a big dude too. He's a big dude. Triple
H. Triple H did a Triple H Rooney. The Rock did a Rock Rooney.
Of course, The Rock has to.
Vince McMahon did a Vince McMahon Rooney, and everybody go on YouTube. Try to find the footage. Everybody tried to entice the Undertaker to do a Taker Rooney,
and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it, and
he almost did it. And then right before he was going to do it, he just choke slammed Triple H and said, "Screw it, I ain't doing it."
That's funny.
I ain't doing it. Literally, it was like 20 minutes off air. They tried to get him to do it. Even Vince McMahon, who wasn't an on-screen character at the time, he was off-screen. He was behind the scenes. He's at every Raw, still is. Came out and did a McMahon or Rooney. And you could just see, like, you could read Undertaker's lips where he's like, motherfucker. So it was so funny. You gotta watch it. That was funny.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
All right, so let's get into the pickups. And as I said before, I've been playing a lot of Pokken Tournament on the Switch because I finally picked up the Pokken Tournament DX Pro Pad controller.
Say that 5 times fast.
So I have this controller for the Wii. I also have the Wii U version, which, you know what? I never tested to see if it actually works on the Switch. It's just a USB USB connection.
I bet it does.
So the Wii U version is just a white controller. The Switch version is a black controller, funny enough, and there's sort of Pikachu version that's obviously it's yellow.
Right.
I don't know if that's like Japan only. You can still, but I heard it still works if you use it on Wii U.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't see why not.
I want to pick that up. So I got that. I have Mighty Gunvolt Striker Pack for the Switch. I have the same game for the 3DS, but the Switch version has all the downloadable content, DLC.
It's physical, right?
It is like the DX version of that.
Very nice.
I picked up Wild Guns.
Oh, the remake.
PS4.
Yes.
I have that for the PS4.
It's fantastic.
I picked up Halo Wars 2 for the Xbox One. It was on sale for literally $16 during the holiday season.
That's about what it's worth.
It took about a month. It took about a month to get to me, but I got it. I got that.
Sure.
Also, I didn't believe the price, but I got it. It works. I got the power base converter for the Genesis to play Master System games on the Genesis.
Oh, that's classic, right?
I got that at a good price.
You don't have to drag out a whole other system just to play your Master System games.
However, I didn't know that the bottom piece of it is like burgundy. Right. That's just a weird color to have at the bottom of it.
Oh, Jesus, get out of here. Everything's got to be matchy.
Which is, fun fact, that is my mom's favorite color. Don't know why, but burgundy is her favorite color.
There you go. Rated G breaking news. Hey, burgundy's a solid color, you know?
Well, you know what? If we ever have a giveaway or a contest, okay, Dan, the podcaster formerly known as Classic Robinson's Mama Classic, favorite color is burgundy. Okay, that may be.
There you go. There you go. Trivia
for episode 101. I have a GameCube preview disc. Didn't even know they had. So they don't call back in the GameCube era. They didn't have demo disc. They had preview disc where you can play Sonic Adventure DX. You can play Splinter Cell, and you can play Billy Hatcher and Beautiful Joe. 1. So
back
I have
when
that.
it was GameCube exclusive.
GameCube exclusive. I have that. I have Secret of Mana SNES. We have a PS4 and Vita version coming out soon. GameStop exclusive.
That's right. That's right. You better believe I'm getting that.
Oh, this is even better. I also picked up a PS1 LCD screen.
Congrats.
Thank you. Can
you hear that? Can you hear that, people? I'm clapping for Danny right now. PS1, mind you, the 4th iteration of the PlayStation. Tiny little system. Technically portable. They made an official screen for it, right? Attaches on the back. It has the same
which is totally weird. That they made a little screen for this. I mean, I knew about it. We always wanted it, and I picked it up for a good price. And I was like, I got to get this. I got both Duke Nukems for PS1, Duke Nukem Time to Kill and Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, which is I mean, that would not be the name of the game if it came out today.
Right? It'd be a little bit more PC, maybe. Yeah,
it'd be a little bit more PC. It'd be a little bit more PC.
It was a different time back in the day.
It was a different time back in those days. And I picked up a bunch of Prince of Persia games. I got Prince of Persia Warrior Within for the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I got the two Thrones for the Xbox. I got the remake Prince of Persia for PS3 and Prince of Persia Revelations for the PSP.
Well, technically, the Prince of Persia for PS3 was a remake of a remake.
Yes.
If you want to get technical about it, because it started off as like a PC or even like an Amiga Apple II game or whatever. It was on everything back in the day.
I also got Hot Wheels for the N64 and Dick Dug 2 for the NES.
Well, there you go. That's solid right there. It's solid. Definitely not going to scoff at that.
So today, I went to a Goodwill, and I got to say, pro tip: if you're a collector and you're looking to collect games, guarantee you after Christmas, after New Year's, go to the Goodwills, go to the Salvation Armies, because you may find a lot of hidden gems there.
Right. People are going to trade in their old stuff, right? People get Xbox Ones, PS4s. They trade in their old PS3 games because they're like, I'm not going to play this anymore. I don't want this.
So I picked up a game that I didn't even know existed. I don't even know what type of game this is. I know it's worth between maybe like $50, $60, $70, $80. I got it for $4. Champions Return to Arms for PS2.
Yeah, it's in the EverQuest universe. It's a hack and slash. I would say play it. I'm not about the art style, I'll tell you that, but I hear the gameplay is solid.
I got that. I got Tony Hawk's Underground. That for like $2. I got Demon Stone. Didn't know that existed. I got I got Lord of the Rings, the original game. I even got the demo disc for Rainbow Six for the original Xbox. Metal Gear Solid the HD collection, and this weird game called Kung Fu Riders.
I don't know what that's about. Everything else, I'm like, I know this, or I played this. I've seen video footage. I have no clue what this game is.
And then I rarely find PS1 games in the wild, and I got to tell you, you'll find them too. You will find PS1 games.
You usually find them mixed in with the CDs. You always find them mixed in with the CDs.
You find the PS1 games. You find the Sega Dreamcast games. You find even TurboGrafx games because they're mixed in with CDs. It's a little hard to spot them. You really gotta look
at the end labels. You gotta know, right? Yeah.
But you gotta look at the end labels. You gotta look for the name because they don't specify PlayStation 1 or PlayStation or anything. They just say the name. So you really got to have a keen eye, and see, if you see a weird name, just pick it out, pull it out, take a look, see if it's a video game. And I found a bunch of PC games that I knew Dave would probably buy. But I got South Park, the original South Park game for the PS1.
Oh, okay.
Lego Island 2 for PS1, and the Game of Life for the PS.
Wait a minute. What games did you find for the PC? Because you didn't tell me about these.
You know what? I can't even list them because I didn't. On PC. I didn't even pick them up.
That's it. We're ending this episode right now. Come on.
I didn't even pick them up.
We are a tag team. If I find stuff I know you would be interested in, I always hit you up. I'm upset right now. I'm mildly salty.
Oh, stop it!
I'm a pretzel. I'm a pretzel during the 7th inning of a Dodgers game right now. I'm salty. I'm salty.
You're all a little salty. I will say that.
Anyway,
well, no, there was a bunch of PC games. A lot of them were for kids, which is another reason why I didn't say anything.
Well, all right, fine. You didn't say that, but okay,
There was one. There was a Star Wars PC game that I didn't even pick up because it was a 2-disc, and they only had one out of 2.
Oh, well.
And they still wanted $5 for it.
Yeah, no, okay, fine. If it's incomplete or whatever, children's games, all right. I'll give you a pass. You didn't say all that, but
so all right. Anyway, do you have any good pickups?
Possibly. I will say the rest of your Christmas gift. This better be it, by the way. The rest of your Christmas gift.
We exchanged We exchanged the rest of our Christmas gift.
We
and
did.
Thank you for the best game ever made, Super Mario World poster in frame. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Pictures to come. Pictures to come. So I got Doom for the SNES. Thank you.
Red cart.
Thank
you.
The only other game to come on a red cart. Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage is the other game to come on a red cart. So I now own Doom for the SNES to play on the Superboy, which I will do.
Superboy S.
Awesome. Superboy S, that's right. Widescreen edition. And Assault Battle Lanos, which is a PS4 hidden gem according to one Rated G co-host.
And Radical Reggie and Metal Jesus.
There you go. It gets their seal of approval. So I now own Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for the Wii.
With the bonus Symphony disc.
With the bonus. So it is a CIB, complete in box. I got Awesome Knots for the PC. Thomas was alone for the PC. Heroes of Might and Magic 7 for the PC. All on clearance at GameStop. All three of those games on under $10. Steal.
Nice.
I got Supreme Commander 2 for PC. Also got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 sealed at a Goodwill. And Little Big Planet 1 and 3 for the PS3.
Good game. You gotta get 2.
Yeah, I have to.
Good series. That's a good series.
I have to. My collection is now complete.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. About that. Yeah. All right. So before we go to break, I just want to let you guys know that National Complete Inbox Day is coming up again. The second National Complete Inbox Day, February 10th, is Complete Inbox Day. So on that day, get your favorite Complete Inbox games, post them up, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. Let everybody know, look, these are my favorite CIB games. These are the CIB games that I got this year that I love. We're going to be participating, and it'd be awesome if you guys participate too. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're getting into the news and our convo of the week, bad gaming memories.
And we're back. All right, let's get into the news. So, Nintendo Switch has sold a lot of units in 2017. All right, but apparently, according to Nintendo, they're the best. This was like the Switch was like the best-selling console of all time in America, at least.
That's fantastic.
8 million units sold in America in less than a year. Not even a year. Only in like what, 10 months? 9 to 10 months?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it came out in March. So it's been like 9 months, a little over.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know what? My prediction, in my 2018 predictions, you know what? I maybe have understated it a little bit worldwide, right?
Okay.
I think in a year it can sell more than the Wii U.
Oh,
in the next 2-3 months.
I think it's very much on track. Once we get all the holiday numbers in, that's probably going to put it over the top.
I think that's what the holiday number.
It is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they can do it.
Worldwide, almost 500 units sold in less than a year. That's crazy. So we're clamoring for more Switch news. We're clamoring for more Nintendo. All right. So rumor has it we're gonna get the most anticipated Direct, right, of 2018, January 11th.
Here's hoping because well, I definitely know.
Well, we need to know what's coming out in 2018, right? We need some type of news. We need some hype, right?
Right.
And we got the Pokemon game that's in development. We got the Metroid Prime 4 that's in development.
Which may come out this year. I may win that Shake Shack bet.
Will it come out? I doubt it. but you never know. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong.
That'd be great. Come out like October, November for the holiday season. Oh, that would be so good.
What will be Nintendo's holiday season game? Because we know, I mean, we had Zelda was the launch game. We had Mario was the 2017 holiday. And what's going to be the holiday game for 2018? I think it would probably be more of the Pokemon game than it would be the Metroid game. I think the Metroid game would definitely get delayed until 2019.
Maybe, I mean, I know Nintendo was committed to quality and they don't want to put out a game before it's time. So basically for me, it's however long it takes. However long it takes. And I know like Twitter's getting a little bit heated, because Nintendo's putting out these cryptic messages, these weird tweets, and fans are like, Nintendo, toss us a bone here, When's the direct coming?
January 11th is the rumored direct. I mean, we need to hear something quick because January 11th is like right around the corner. That's like we're recording the next episode, and we're gonna say, "Oh my God, we got another Zelda game, and we got Mario 4. Like we got Metroid Prime 4, right?
Oh,
next week.
That would be the best. That would be the best.
And that's another thing. January 11th, right? Hold on, let me look at the calendar. January 11th is a Thursday. Why do they put out directs on like Wednesdays and Thursdays for some reason?
I don't know.
That's a little weird, right? Like that's like the weirdest day they put out a direct.
They must have some inside information. Wednesday, Thursday, people were the most receptive to the news. Who knows?
Well, Tuesday is when games usually come out.
Right. Tuesday. It's always like new release Tuesday, right?
Tuesday or Friday. It's usually when games come out.
Right.
And this is weird. They're gonna usually do directs on Thursdays. Most likely. Now I'm looking back at it. Directs usually are on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So this could be it, like on a Thursday, January 11th. And funny enough, they never really announced directs like super ahead of time. So we should hear it on Monday.
Right. It'll be like this week, new direct coming.
Monday
or
Tuesday, we should hear something. It should be a press release that a new direct is coming on Thursday, which is January 11th.
I hope so. We need some more Nintendo news, man.
Well, we need to. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put out some more Nintendo news for you, man. I'm gonna help you out. So apparently, Amazon has sort of leaked, right? They leaked a whole bunch of placeholder dates for Nintendo Switch games. 18 games in total, ranging between $59 to $99 in price.
There's some special editions in there.
There has to be some special editions,
right?
For $99, or I mean, well, first of all, we already know the Switch card. The Switch cart is more expensive than like a regular CD for like PS4 and Xbox One.
Right. It's a very specific design. Yeah.
It definitely has to be a special edition for $100, because I mean the 64 gig cards are being delayed until 2019, so we're not getting bigger cards, bigger Switch cards this year. So I don't know if we talked about that last week, but if we didn't, spoilers. Just letting you know, those bigger cards are delayed until 2019.
Well,
so what kind of special editions are we getting for $100?
I don't know, but you know what? Whatever ends up coming out, we're definitely gonna get it. I mean, I feel like it'll be like an amiibo pack-in thing, and maybe like.
Really? We haven't had that so far. We haven't had any amiibo pack-ins for the Switch.
That's right.
Yet. I mean,
that's right.
And
we've had. Oh, well, go ahead.
And please, I want people to tell me if I'm wrong. I think I have all the amiibo pack-ins, with the exception of the different color variations or different amiibo.
Right. You have one of the Yoshi's Woolly Worlds, but not all 7 different colors.
Let me go through it. I have the Super Smash Brothers Wii U pack-in with the controller.
Yep.
I have the Mario Party 10 pack-in with the Super Mario with the Mario amiibo.
Right. You have the Twilight Princess one,
Toad.
right?
I have the Captain Toad with a Toad amiibo. I have the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess with the amiibo. I have the Yoshi's Woolly World with the green amiibo. I don't have the different other color amiibo variations. Right. And again, Mario 10 comes with Bowser, Mario, or Princess Peach. I just have the Mario version.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the Animal Crossing one, which you can now get for $5 on clearance at
Because
your local Toys R
nobody
Us.
wants it.
So I think I have all of the variation amiibo special edition packs for the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
There haven't been any for the Switch as of yet.
Well, there you go.
When it does,
there you go.
I will buy it.
That's a solid candidate. You can get all of the Mario Odyssey amiibos together in one pack for $100.
Really?
I don't know, maybe.
No,
they may be a little bit low of a price.
I brought them when they came out. It was like 60. I want to say. I don't know. I don't remember. Sure. I know. I bought it and got a free hat, which I put on Sonic. I put on my Sonic Mania statue. I'm bridging the gap. I'm closing the war, baby. I'm closing the war. Mm-hmm. Just like on my pickups, I also picked up Mario and Sonic Olympic Games in Beijing for the Wii.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice.
So, we'll see. We have 18 game placeholder dates, region and prices on Amazon. So we'll see. Hopefully, we will get a direct this week. I don't know if it'll be January 11th, but this month I should say, just to tell us, just to tease what's coming out this year, and hopefully those 18 games, something will come out of it, especially if they're going to be $100 in special editions.
Mm-hmm.
So also that leaked, which there's some credibility issues. Is this fake? Is it real? The rumored 5.0.0 update leaked online
for the Switch,
but take that with a grain of salt because this seems to be fake.
Yeah, I mean everything is just wrong about this. The some guy posted this video, the new Switch OS, but there's a lot of issues in the video, a lot of like small little things. The fact that YouTube, the YouTube icon is using the old logo. The download sizes for some of the different games are completely wrong. There's just a lot of little stuff.
Not even complete. I mean, listen, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe digital download, which you know because you have.
I do.
It's about 6.8 gigs of memory, but on this screenshot, it took about 2 gigabytes of memory in the video,
which is completely wrong, right? It's just kind of
that's way wrong. It's not even if it was like 6 gigs, but you know, like it was like 6. If it's 6.8 gigs, but it showed 6 gigs, it's like 2 gigs. Like that's way off.
Yeah, and this is not surprising. I mean, it happens with everything. It happens with any sort of new game release. People will mock up box art and whatever else, and people will make videos. Happens all the time with iPhone. You know, people just mock up these things and whatnot and throw them out there just to kind of like get the views. So,
well, it includes this one had features where you had folders and you can create your own online lounge. It had cloud storage and themes. That video that was posted to YouTube has been taken down. So I'm gonna assume this is stuff that we want. This is more of a wish list video than a leak video. To be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So hopefully in January 11th direct, we will see actually, maybe we'll have some more features on actual OS for the Switch, but I doubt it. I'll be honest. I do doubt that. I think we're not going to get that until later in the year when they're ready to announce their online service. That we're going to pay $20 a year for because no one's going to do any other plan other than $20 a year. It's $20 for 12 months.
Right.
I mean, really? Come on. Right? So
yeah, I mean it's not like it's Xbox Live, right? It's not full featured. It's basically them like stepping their toes in the water. Like, here's our online offering. You know, you gotta get the introductory rate out there. Like $19.99. You're right. I would be okay with that. You know,
I mean, it'd be okay because I actually need to redo I need to upgrade my Xbox Live with Gold and PS Plus because they all end at the end of January and beginning of February.
That's right. I forget you get everything together, so they all end at the same time. So you just know it's re-up season and you're good
for
to
both.
Go.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what, Nintendo, please don't announce your online service until late this year, so I can like actually buy it beginning of next year, so it can coincide with all my other services. Maybe, please. I mean, if they announce it in the middle of the year, I got to buy it.
Right, of course.
For like November, like October, November, I'll wait until January.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. So anyway, we know. I think we know we're gonna get a direct in January, right? So January 11th is sort of the rumored date, but I think we're all agreeing that we probably will get. I think they did say something about that we're going to get a direct in January. Another rumor that's going out there is that SNK is pretty much ready to announce new Switch game releases for 2018. Now we've been getting steady Neo Geo games on the sort of on the eShop.
Right, we're getting the old ports coming over and whatnot, like steady stream of King of Fighters and all the Metal Slug games.
Metal Slugs is an amazing series. If you haven't played it, I will say go out there and play it. I mean, I beat one of the Metal Slug gigs on the Switch. When the Switch
good
first
on you.
Came out. So this is sort of the 40th anniversary for SNK. So I think we're gonna get an actual, maybe like an actual physical release. Maybe.
I'd be down with that. I'd be down. So. The rumor is that it's going to be a new game, right? Not just a port.
Yes. Yes. The rumor is that we're going to be a new game. Now, what SNK game? I would love a new Metal Slug game out for the Switch.
I would definitely take a new Metal Slug, or I would take a new King of Fighters.
Well, listen, my best friend, he loves fighting games. Like he would love a new King of Fighters game, just like for the Switch. That would make him buy a Switch. He doesn't have a Switch. He's like a retro gamer, but he will buy a Switch if it means he gets a new King of Fighters game.
A new
King
of Fighters
favorite fighting series of all time.
So like
behind, like maybe second favorite behind Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's super solid, super tight. I mean, that series has been going ever since like Street Fighter 2 came out. SNK's like, oh yeah, we can do that too, and they've always had this rivalry back and forth.
They put out solid work.
They do, definitely. And if there's like a King of Fighters, 18 or whatever it is, I forget. I don't know how they're doing the naming scheme now, but yeah, I would definitely pick that up too. Like to play a full-fledged fighting game like on the go like that. I mean,
it's no Tekken, right? Because you're the biggest Tekken fan in the world.
I mean, Tekken's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, you're a big Tekken fan. But they did put out
Brian Fury is my guy. I'm sorry. I dressed up as him for Halloween. Heihachi, also awesome, dressed up as him for Halloween.
Well, they did put out a new King of Fighters game back in 2016 for the PS4 and Xbox One. King of Fighters 13, I think it's 13.
Is it 13 or 14? Yeah,
13 or 14. Yeah, I think they put out 14. Sorry, it is 14. So maybe King of Fighters 15. No,
right?
Maybe? No,
right?
It'd be a variation of 14. You know how it is.
Right.
You have 14 and then you have 14 plus. Right,
something like that, right? A couple new characters, tweaking the fighting system and all that. But I'll take it.
Honestly, I honestly think Nintendo, everybody like EA, like companies like EA want Nintendo to have an online infrastructure, and I think they're working on that.
Especially, of course,
we have to pay for it.
Of course.
So I think companies like EA who haven't put out games like that on the Switch are waiting for that online infrastructure so they can like hit us with microtransactions. So
yeah, but do you think it's going to be enough? Because it's not going to be Xbox Live. It's not going to be PlayStation Network.
It'll be better, and I'll tell you why. Because we're gonna get 2 games. We're gonna get 2 games a month where we can always play it over and over again, right? If you have whatever version, whatever online version they'll have, whatever it's named, right? And if that means I don't have to buy Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 in World all over again, right? Like I have the online system and I can play whenever I want on every system, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, like in that respect, it's going to be awesome, right? Because you get whatever their offering is for that month. Sure.
Well, that's where people are going to buy this, because Nintendo, out of all the 3 major gaming companies, has the most history, has the most IP that's nostalgic. So they'll get old people, new people playing and buying their online infrastructure for those IPs.
I agree with you, but I don't think that's what EA cares about. EA needs to have a service that has voice chat. Need to have a service that has that supports 32 people playing a first-person shooter at like a single time. It needs to support transactions and all that. It's got to have It's got to have all the stuff that supports microtransactions.
The Super Switch or the Switch 2.0 will have Bluetooth capability to have headphones.
I mean,
and you don't have to have this stupid setup.
Right. You need the hoary squid thing or whatever it is.
Which is going to be a collector's item. So if you're a collector, buy it because no one bought it.
I mean, I just like all I'm saying is Nintendo's got a long road ahead of them, right? Because like PlayStation has got a great infrastructure. Xbox has a great infrastructure, and they've been doing it for the last like 2-3 generations now. So like their thing is rock solid, right? They have all the features everybody wants. They have all the streaming stuff built in and all that. So, we'll see.
All right. So this past holiday season, something interesting happened. All the retro gaming stores, they said the best-selling retro gaming console for 2017 was the N64, and that makes sense, right? As consoles that were once new or old, kids who couldn't afford that system or had that system when they were kids and nostalgic for that system are now adults and can afford to buy that system in games they didn't own and wanted to own as kids, right? They're at that age now to where they have a lot of disposable income.
That's right. And they're now in their like mid to late 20s. They're like, oh, Nintendo 64, I remember that. I remember growing up playing GoldenEye, Mario Kart.
It happened with us, right? I mean, look how I started collecting games. I wanted to play, all those late NES games, early Super Nintendo games that I used to play when I was a kid, or didn't play because I couldn't afford it because I was a kid, right? And just saw the magazines and just saw the games in Nintendo Power.
Right, same. It's like, oh man, all these like cool games coming out, and then when you're an adult, you're like, I have infinite money. I can do whatever I want.
Well, you may not have infinite money, but you have infinite disposable income to buy those games.
Yes.
And that's what these guys are. And that makes no surprise. I mean, listen, one day the PS4 and Xbox One will be nostalgic.
They will be that, They will be that system, right? All like the little kids growing up who like cracked open their Xbox Ones and PS4s on Christmas or their Switches. And, 20 years from now, they're going to go, I want that retro system.
And remember, and we're right now in 2018, right? This was 2017, late 2017, early 2018. In 2020, 2021, PS2, Dreamcast, the original Xbox, the GameCube, the prices for those games are going to skyrocket because those kids will be in their mid to late 20s, and they'll be nostalgic for the PS, especially the PS2. Right now, PS2. You get a lot of games for cheap. I have and in my collection, I have the most games I have for any system is PS2. Because they're cheap.
Yeah.
And 2020, 21, 22, those games are going to skyrocket in price because those kids are going to be nostalgic for that, and they're going to want to buy that.
See, so Pat the NES punk will disagree with you because he thinks there's not going to be the same love that people have for the SNES or the Super NES, but I think he's wrong. Proof positive by this story, the N64 coming back and gaining the popularity and whatnot. I think you're right. I agree with you, and I think I definitely think Pat is wrong that the PS2 is going to have that resurgence.
I'll tell you why Pat's wrong. I think his heart is in the right place because he's talking about like digital downloads, but I honestly think that's the PS4, PS5, if they call it that era, where people are not going to be nostalgic for physical games because everything was digital download when they were younger.
Right. There's going to be some infrastructure where you just like click a button, you pay a fee, or you pay a subscription fee, and then you just get it.
Yeah. So I think he's right. I think he's the wrong generation. That PS2, original Xbox, and especially in the PS3, Xbox 360 era, they will be nostalgic for those systems, and those systems will go skyrocket in price, compared to what they are now. But I think this generation and whatever generation is next, those guys will be less nostalgic for something physical and more nostalgic for the game, even if it's digital. So I think his heart is in the right place. I think he has the wrong generation. He's just maybe a generation or two behind. So, speaking of like nostalgia for physical media, physical things, Mad Cats, right? The makers of I think they started with like mouse and keyboard accessories,
Sure,
right?
and cheap PlayStation 1 knockoff controllers.
Controllers. So they went bankrupt back in 2017. They bet the farm on like the Guitar Hero,
the peripherals.
And,
they had everything. They had the drum kits and the guitars and all that
for the new generation, Xbox One and PS4, and it just those games didn't sell, and those peripherals didn't sell as well as they did back in the last generation. So they went bankrupt, and they were bought out. And they have new ownership. And new ownership, pretty much, they pretty much call themselves the new Mad Cats. Their focus is on more quality, productive, innovative gaming products. So, and they're going to be at CES this week. That's starting you're listening to this show on Tuesday. CES would have started yesterday on Monday. Oh. So, and they will have new gaming products. More computer-related gaming products like new mouse, new keyboard.
Right. So it's
new mouse pad.
It's fair to note here that it is a Chinese holding company that have bought the name and the license and the rights and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And they kind of put out a teaser video for their new gaming mouse pad and mouse. The rat, the RAT. I mean, it looks okay. We'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. Like, I was never like a huge Mad Catz guy, so I'm not like, I wasn't upset that it went away, and I'm not really that crazy that it came back. But we'll see what they do with it, I guess.
Well, look, I like Mad Catz for their. I really dig their arcade sticks, right? Well, depending on what system and what fighting game you were into, like you either like it or you didn't like it. But the Street Fighter Mad Catz arcade sticks for like PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, are awesome.
They get the Dan Robinson seal of approval.
They're still expensive. They're still expensive right now.
Nice.
So, one day I will own one. One day I will own one. I have the only arcade stick I have for
you have the Mortal Kombat one, right?
Systems. I don't have it for. I have a bunch of arcade sticks for the retro systems that weren't made by Mad Catz, but the only arcade stick I have for sort of the modern systems is the Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah.
For the Xbox 360, that wasn't a Mad Catz one. So I would love to have a Street Fighter one. Just if anybody wants to donate it, rated G for gamer. So, all right, let's stick with Xbox. So I have an Xbox One, the original beta machine.
We have an Xbox One original beta machine.
Well, you have an Xbox One original beta machine. I have one too. I have the Xbox. The only one with Xbox One S, the white one, and we both have an Xbox One X. Say that 10 times fast. I have the adapter for the Kinect that I was given free from Xbox. It's like, I think it's like a $40-$50 price tag on it at the time that they were selling it, but they have officially discontinued that.
Right. So there was adapter. So there was a little card that came with the S. You can mail in for the adapter. It didn't come with it because they were already phasing it out at that point. But they're like, look, we'll toss you a bone. Here's an adapter, because they didn't have the proprietary connection for the Kinect on the back of the S because it was a slim system. So here's an adapter powered by USB. Here's a card. If you want it, here you go. So you got one, right?
For free.
Right.
By Xbox, yeah.
Right. So the Xbox One,
value.
The Xbox One X still doesn't have that connection in the back. Not a surprise. But they also don't have the mail-in card for it. So I basically have a dead Kinect that's just sitting there and not powered. And
if you pay $150, you can get that Kinect.
Yeah, it's getting very expensive. I'm gonna have to like pony up and buy one. But
you want to use your Kinect.
But then again, like, what am I gonna use it for, right? Xbox is saying like we're dropping support for it, which means
ooh, hate to cut you off. If you want to go to if you go into the settings and you try to sort of like calibrate your Xbox One, your at your Connect, it won't work.
Really?
And,
oh my
it
god,
won't work. I try to calibrate it and it won't work.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
just
so
like,
weird.
yeah,
I try to calibrate it and it just won't work at all.
They're really like, you know what? No one's really using this Connect.
They don't even put support for it on the Xbox One X.
Yeah. Ugh, that's awful. How am I supposed to play Just Dance? That's what I want to know.
You could just dance.
I'm not gonna just. I need to have a point total. Somebody needs to be
dance.
telling me how good I am following the moves that are on screen. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Anyway. Anyway. So, one of my predictions for 2018 for Xbox, I thought this would be a big Xbox year. Not in games being released, but games being announced. Because Microsoft has to have a lot of original IPs in the works, right?
To compete,
for Xbox. And I said E3 this year will be bigger and better for Microsoft, for Xbox, than PlayStation, only because, this year PlayStation's big IPs that they've been announcing for the last 2 years will be released this year. Finally, a lot of them early 2018.
Right. The Spider-Man's, The Last of Us, and all that.
Yeah. So I said, well, The Last of Us probably is next year. That's not a,
right.
Granted, Last of Us 2 is probably the end of this generation's life cycle, but guaranteed Xbox will announce new IPs that people will be excited for. Maybe coming at the end of this year, definitely holiday 2019, 2020, end of the Xbox cycle. However, a user by the name of sort of like Kylo Brill, I think it's how you pronounce it, posted a list of titles and ideas in a way that suggests that there could be surprises revealed in 2018, which apparently came from some kind of a database leak. And he's been right before. He actually predicted correctly Microsoft's E3 2017. So he sort of put this in sort of like a I would love, right?
Yeah,
so I would love to play Crackdown 3 campaign with 4-player co-op, which wasn't announced prior to. So maybe Crackdown 3 will have sort of a 4-player co-op. He also said that he would love to have a really high player count with for Xbox biggest franchise, which
we all know is Halo.
Which is Halo. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe so you know what? I sort of want to change my pick. All right, because I said either Halo and when we did our predictions, I said Halo 6 or Gears of War 5 will come out holiday this year. So Halo is the biggest franchise. So I think maybe I want to change it because I said I was leaning more towards Gears because their Gears 4 story lended to a Gears 5.
I mean, Gears is a safe pick because Gears seems to come out a little more frequently than the Halos
I think
do.
I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to stay with. They can have a higher player count with Halo, and it either will come out at the end of this life cycle for this generation or beginning, sort of like the beginning and sort of like how Zelda does on Nintendo's platform, where it's like the launch for the new platform and it still comes out on the old one. So maybe the new Halo 6 comes out on a new Xbox platform in 2019, 2020 and still come out on Xbox One X.
I can guarantee you if Halo doesn't come out in 2018, they're definitely going to announce something at E3 this year for Halo. I can almost guarantee.
I guarantee you Gears of War, my prediction is going to be I'm sticking with it. There will be Gears 5 this year for Xbox.
Oh yeah. No. I think that's a pretty safe bet. So
he also had I would love a Forza with the rising sun on the horizon. So there will be a new Forza game sort of announced this year. The idea of a new Fable game on Xbox One would certainly help boost.
I'm gonna save my opinions on Fable. But
really,
sure.
I think out of both of us, I love the original Fable and Fable 2.
Well,
I think there will be a Fable game. I mean, they just shut down a sort of a Fable game, but I think they're going to announce a new Fable game that has sort of like an online, not microtransaction, but sort of like an MMO type of Fable game.
I definitely have a story for our convo of the week regarding Fable. So stay tuned.
Awesome, because I don't know it, so I'm looking forward to it. And then lastly, he put, I doubt, meaning this is not coming out because people have been clamoring for it, a new Conquer game. He doubt there'd be anything about Conquer, Banjo, or Crimson Skies in the foreseeable future. But he did say something about mechs. So, maybe we'll get a new mech game. Right?
I mean, it's been a long while since a Mech Assault or a Mech Warrior game has come out. So
yeah,
and mechs are awesome. Like mechs have not gone out of vogue. It's just nobody's actually stepped up and put a mech game out. Like Titanfall, maybe, sure, get the giant mechs you can kind of jump in and out of. And Titanfall was awesome. Titanfall 2 got critical acclaim. I could definitely see a new Mech Warrior game on the horizon, or even like Mech Assault.
I can see a new Mech Assault game coming out. So, and fun fact, I don't know what it's called, but like No Pants Subway Ride, I think was today too. We're in New York, so this matters. It's freezing cold.
It's a little aside, yeah. I have never taken part in that. I've thought about it in the past, but not when it's 5 degrees outside.
Nah, I'm not taking part in that. I mean, listen, I God bless all the people who freeze their asses off. So I'm not going to do that. But that was today, actually.
Interesting.
Everyone in their underwear.
What brought that up?
Yeah. Huh?
What brought that up?
I am watching it on TV on the news.
I see. Today. See, there you go.
I would never participate in that. It is freezing cold. I was mad at myself for not wearing long johns. Let alone wearing pants.
Yeah, we're in this like weird like snowpocalypse or whatever they're calling it now, Snowmageddon or snow bomb or whatever it is. It is freezing cold on the eastern coast right now.
It is called New York, okay? And it's called being in New York. It's called having changing seasons.
Well, wait a minute. It was like 60 degrees last Christmas, all right? You never know what to expect. Global warming is throwing everything out of whack.
You know what? Changing, global warming is real.
Global warming is very much real. Yeah.
So, all right. Last story of the day. I posted this just for you, Steve. Just for you, Dave. Because I know you would like this. I know you would love this. Because you're a big Tetris fan and Dr. Mario fan.
Tetris is like legit the best game of all time.
So there was a Twitch streamer who broke the Tetris world record by accident.
Right. Yeah, he was shooting for a different goal apparently and ended up breaking. Now this is like the original, the Nintendo version of Tetris.
Yes. This was like he was he's a well-known Tetris player. He was like a well-known competitive Tetris. He was a well-known competitive Tetris player. I mean, he did the documentary Ecstasy of Order, the Tetris Masters, right?
Which is a great documentary for anybody who is interested. See that documentary. It's fantastic.
He completed the Tetris, the classic Tetris World Championships and finals multiple times before, and he got the world record, and he didn't even know it. He was on Twitch.
Like I thought I was going to
reach 300,000 points
in like a minute and a half, or like almost like 2 minutes. It's crazy. I thought I was good at Tetris, right? And I'm like pretty good. I can hang. I can definitely beat most regular people who play Tetris. This guy he blows it out of the water, right? He plays it on like level 19, right? Which you can do. You have to like hit start and A or whatever when you're on the speed select, right? And then you can bump it up like 10 levels, which also bumps up your point score. The highest level you can get to is 20. So he plays on level 19, which is like crazy super fast, and manages to get 300,000 points. Like it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch.
That's great. And he was just like super excited that he got that. He reached that level.
Yeah. Yeah, like he was trying to go for one goal, like I guess like trying to get 100 lines the quickest, I think, and he ends up getting like the quickest to 300,000 points, and it's just it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty.
And the funny thing is, someone in the chat told him he just like jumps up like going crazy because he had no idea.
He ends up walking out of the room. He's like, "Get out!"
I know. He was just like, "Listen, control it, drop, mic drop, done."
Mm-hmm.
So, I thought that was funny, but I posted that for you because I know you're a big Tetris fan.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into it. Let's get into the convo of the week. Our bad gaming memories of all time. I already told you one of my recent bad gaming memories. I can start us off because I have a lot. I have a few. Not a lot. I have a few.
Same.
And I'm gonna start us off. You know, as you know, I've told you I have. Well, I think I told you last week. I have finally in my collection the Sega CD Model 1.
It was a long time coming. I know you wanted that for a while.
A long time since we started the show. I wanted that. I got the Sega CD X. I rebought the Sega CD sort of Model 2, the side model, because I got the box because I had the box as a kid. And I know what you're saying. Hey, when you bought a Genesis, you had a Genesis box, you had an NES box, a Super Nintendo box, but all those boxes I opened for Christmas or my birthday and ripped them up and threw them in the garbage.
Right.
The Sega CD box I kept for a long time. So I really wanted to get that back. I got that back. I had to buy a Sega CD version 2 that may or may not work. He didn't know. He said it was in his mother's garage. So I got it for a good price. I bought it. I actually have my original Genesis that I had as a kid sitting in a box. So now it has a home because I can marry them together, even though the original Genesis is a little bit bigger for the Sega CD. So now I have to find that little add-on piece.
Right. The thing that goes on the bottom. Yeah.
So if anybody has that, I need that. I need that now. So I do have a Sega CD, the side version that no longer works. I think it's the belt and the laser that's broken, so I need to fix it, which costs the amount of a new Sega CD. So I have a Sega CD side version that actually may work. Who knows? So I say that to say this: Sewer Sharks. When I first got the Sega CD, I got Sewer Sharks. And I also got Sewer Sharks came with it because it was
right. It was a packing
for a lot of people. And
back when
they
did packings.
Sewer Sharks by itself with the cardboard cardboard case. I tried to make this game a great game. It was a full motion video.
As were a lot of the games on the original Sega CD.
I tried to make it a good game. I was like, this is awesome. He's talking to me, but the game sucked. I was like, I tried to make it a good game. I really did. I really tried. I was like, this is the shit. It really was shit, but it wasn't the shit. No love comes in front of shit when it comes to this game. But I remember, it's not bad. It's not bad, right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like you know, back in the day when we talked about it, I think at the top of the show, when you don't have disposable income, right, and you're relying on gifts and presents and holidays and birthdays and all that, you know, and you know your parents get you this game and you rip it open and you're like, oh, it's not good. You know, we really don't have much recourse. You know, you kind of have to make it work. You know, and I've certainly got a ton of dud games that I wanted. I think I talked about Home Alone. You know, the guy at the store tried to talk me into getting F-Zero, but I really wanted Home Alone because that movie was awesome and I was the right age for it. And I got the Home Alone game and it turned out to be bad, but I made the best of it.
I really tried to make this game good.
Yeah.
In my mind, I remember I knew it was bad and I tried to make it good because it was the only Sega CD game I had at the time.
Did you end up beating the game? That's the question.
Huh?
Did you end up beating it?
Of course not. The game is like, I don't think it's beatable. I mean, it's one of those FMB games. I got Eternal Champions afterwards.
Oh, Eternal Champions CD, good game.
Like an actual game.
Definitely.
So I'll take it back even further than that. This really, I guess, goes into, it's not a bad game, but it goes into gamer griefs, right? As a kid, I got the original Contra. I played with my father's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just horrible at the game. His name was Jerry.
No,
Jerry,
if you're
listening, Jerry, if you're
you
listening, you were bad at Contra.
Tell him how you
And
feel.
we played Contra, and he would always lose. I'm like, Jerry, you're horrible at this game. Like you were just bad. It's one of those, when you have a team and have that one team member. This is the original team member that was bad. That was Jerry. He was bad. Okay, so whenever we talk about bad players, we're gonna name him Jerry, just in honor of Jerry.
There you go.
My father's my father's best friend at the time. He was just bad. And then the one time he would always lose, like over and over again, and then like I couldn't bring him back. He couldn't come back. It would just be me by myself. The one time where I lost and I was by myself, he talked so much trash, and I was like, "But you're bad, Jerry." Like, okay, I can't come back. This is the one time I can't come back. What about the other 50 times you couldn't come back? Right? It was more frustrating than bad. I'm sorry. I don't really have a lot of bad and frustrating. Another one.
Look, I hear you.
All right, so another one, Cruising World for N64.
Sure, good
when
game.
I first got the N64, I didn't get Mario's N64 like everyone else. I got Cruising World and I got Mario Kart 64.
Now wait a minute. Those are both solid games. The Cruising port was good from the arcade.
And listen, Mario 64, I think maybe it's because I'm nostalgic for it, is the best best Mario Kart game ever. Right, because I only had 2 games at the time, and then I got GoldenEye later on, so I had 3 games. But Cruising World would freeze on me for some reason, and it was frustrating because I would play hours and hours of Cruising World. It would frustrate me because it would freeze, and I was so mad. But I will say, legit bad gaming memory goes to PS1, and I mean, the load times are horrible on PS1, but I don't remember if it was for my birthday or Christmas, because those are the 2 times I actually got games. I got brand new games because I can get rented games or used games anytime because they were cheaper. But Sub-Zero, the Sub-Zero Mythology,
right? MK Mythology Sub-Zero.
I got that one Christmas or birthday, and it was like Mortal Kombat. So I love Mortal Kombat. I'll take it, right? I love and I play Sub-Zero. I'm not a Scorpion guy. It was either when you played Mortal Kombat, you were either Scorpion, or you were Sub-Zero. Right? I was a Sub-Zero guy, so I got this game. This game was so horrible. Oh my god! And I knew it was horrible from day one. And I was like, maybe I'm just playing it wrong. This game was so horrible. I made it so far into this game, and then just the jumping, like the platforming was so bad.
Oh, I've seen the Angry Video Game Nerd video on this. Yeah, it's bad. It's like legit bad.
The platforming was so bad. It was. I tried to make it in my mind a good game.
Right.
And I knew it was a bad.
Okay.
I knew it was.
Those are some good bad gaming memory stories. I have to give it to you.
I'm not even done. I'm not even done.
Oh, all right.
So another one, not actually playing the game. I had a friend of mine at the time. I loaned him Resident Evil 1, and he had it for a few months. Right? I didn't play. I'm not a spooky game guy, as you know, but it's still my game. I own it. That's mine. Right? It belongs to me.
Right.
He sold it to Funko Land. And
wow.
I came to his house and I was like, wait, where's my Resident Evil 1? He was like, oh yeah. Oh, that was yours? Oh yeah, I forgot. I sold it to Funko Land. I was so mad.
Wow. That's awful.
I was so mad.
That's pretty awful.
I grabbed whatever CD case was in front of me, and I grabbed Eve, if you're a big Rough Riders fan back in the day, her first album. I grabbed that. I grabbed Rival Schools, which was a dual case 2 CD.
That's right. That game was awesome.
That game was awesome. And I grabbed Silent Hill 1, a game I never even played, never even heard of. But I just grabbed whatever's in front of me, and I was like, well, I'm taking this because you sold my game for like 5 cents because it's Funko Land.
Right, exactly.
So, and I still have the Eve album. I still have Rival Schools, and I still have Silent Hill 1 to this day.
Hey, there you go. I think you ended up making out in that, honestly, in the end.
And so, and actually, I bought Resident Evil over again.
Well, of course.
And I remember going to Toys R Us and buying Resident Evil, funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, and this is more of a tragedy. I was playing Sonic 2, and I made it sort of like towards the end. I think it was like the second to the last boss.
Mm-hmm.
And my Genesis was on a table. I'll never forget. My Genesis was on the table, and my father bumped the table by accident.
Oh no!
And it just reset the game. Like it froze the game, and you had to reset the game. Yeah. This is before video games had save states. That's how old we are. Mm-hmm. There were no save states in Sonic and Genesis. Okay, I had to redo that all over again. I was so mad. I didn't do it for a long time. Mm-hmm. I didn't beat Sonic 2 for a long time. I was so mad. So mad.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. My heart goes out to you. I have certainly been there too. I have a couple stories. They don't involve save states. They do involve Toys R Us though, and they do involve my brother. I will say that. So I have two stories of note to tell, and one story is not even that bad, looking at it from my angle. But so way back in the day, and we also talked about this on the show that Toys R Us is going bankrupt. R.I.P. Toys R Us. They're almost done with their like toy wing, so all of those stores are going to be closing. But back in the day, we would almost exclusively get games from Toys R Us. And you get the little slip card thing and you bring it to the front, and then they would get the game behind the cage. It was a whole big thing, and it was like magical, and it was great. And they'd have the printouts. They'd have the front of the game and the back of the game, and they'd be on these little cards, and you flip the card up and you'd see what the game is about. And I don't know what it was. I guess it was the box art, and I saw this game Lode Runner, and I looked at it and I'm like, that's the game I want. I want to get that game, right? And I think it may have been for my birthday or whatever, or I was a good student. I don't even know. But I'm like, I want to get this Lode Runner game, right? So we get the game, we bring it home, I crack it open, I start playing it. I'm like, yeah, this is great. I was legit having a good time with it. I wasn't like, I don't think at least I was like trying to make it a good game. I thought it was a good game. It had like a creative level mode, which I was like all about. I'm like, this game is great. And my brother was like, I don't like this game. I'm like, all right, but I picked the game out. It's my turn to pick a game. And he's like, yeah, I don't really like it. We should return it. So he convinced me that it was not a good game. We should get a different game. And I said, well, all right. So I went along with it. And, the game was already open. The box was open. Luckily, we had all the packaging and whatever for it. And my dad, in all his infinite wisdom, managed to get them to swap the game out for us, right? Which is something like no store normally does, right? Once you open the thing, it's yours. Unless it's defective, they usually swap it out for the same one. My dad wasn't having any of that. He's like, look, my son, he made a mistake, this and that. Told him a whole sob story. So we ended up getting RC Pro-Am instead, right? Mm-hmm. RC Pro-Am, fantastic game, produced by Nintendo, made by Rare. Some people don't remember that. Before Rare was Rare, they made Battletoads, they made RC Pro-Am, and RC Pro-Am is a good game. I was horrible at RC Pro-Am because I didn't know how to do the controls, right? Because it was like you turn right to move the car right, you turn left to move the car left, and it took me forever to get that down, right? And I would always be like bumping into the wall and like using the wall to like turn the car around. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But legit a good game, not necessarily a bad gaming experience overall. But my brother was very sour on it. He's like, no, we're not gonna have this game. We're gonna get a good game that everybody can play. And we ended up getting RC Pro-Am. And then the other game, I know you mentioned Fable in the news.
We talked about Fable. You teased it. I have no idea what this Fable story is.
So Fable is, to me, And I think this should be on everybody's list. Fable is one of the worst games.
It should not.
It is one of the worst games of all time. It is.
No. That is bull cocky.
No, it is. And I'm gonna
one of the greatest games of all time.
Well, let me go ahead and tell my story, right? So, like, okay, so back when I was working in the mall at Electronics Boutique, right? I heard about Fable. I'd read it in the magazines and the whatever. You know, you could basically like take out any magazine you wanted for free, just give them away because they had tons of them, and it cost them nothing for it. So you just like tab magazines, read. So I kept reading about Fable and you know, I kept seeing in the system that the game has been pushed and been pushed. And I kept reading like how ambitious this game was going to be, and it's like Peter Molyneux, like the guy who made Populous, like you know, who went on to make like Black and White, and you know, this guy's like a legend, right? I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And he was talking about all these like cool things about how like, well, if like an acorn falls from the tree and then, you know, you let that get like planted in the ground, eventually that'll grow like into a tree, and all these weird social dynamics, and like what you do in the game world affects everybody and everything, and how people interact with you and all that. And I'm like, wow, this seems really cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So flash forward to like 2004 or 5, right? So it was a good 3 or 4 years when this game was like in development in like production. And it went through various stages and whatnot. And there were some videos that came out and this and that. And, you know, the hype train was going like full steam, right? So the game comes out, right? And my friend Joe gets it, right? And I was over his place and he was playing it. And I'm like, oh, wow, this looks really cool. This looks awesome, right? The graphics look great. Art style's cool. And like, he was all about it. So he got me into it too. I'm like, all right, fine. I will get this game, right? So I buy this game, right? And my whole world just crumbled, right? It did. Like literally, because I was like so like into this game and it looked really cool and he was playing it and he was really far into it, right? The whole gaming experience for me boiled down, and this is the truth, of holding L and hitting X. That is what I remember about this game, because you hold L to target and you hit X to swing your melee weapon, right? And, you know, they had other dynamics in the game, like bow and arrow, which you never need to use. They have magic in the game, which you almost never need to use. So it just boils down to you getting the best melee weapon, holding L and hitting X, right? And they had other dynamics in the game, right? You could get your hair cut. You could get a wife. You could play card games in the game, right? None of it mattered. Because the way this game was set up is there was a quest master at the main castle hub, right? And every 5 seconds, the quest master would be like, you have a new quest card. You have a new quest card, right? He would nag you to death. So even if you get a new quest from somebody who's right in front of you, right? This lady needs help. My baby's trapped in a cave. There's some bears who have kidnapped my baby. Right. No, this is like legit a quest. You would get the quest, and then the quest master would say, you have a new quest card. Why do I have to go all the way back to the quest master, warp all the way back there, get the quest, and then go back and then do the bear cave quest? Like, just everything about the game just rubbed me the wrong way. I beat the game in like 5 days by holding L and hitting X. I was like, everything just got crushed. I was like, I wanted this game to be good so badly. Went through the whole entire game. Wasn't about it. I promptly traded it into the store I was working at the time and got like less than half credit for it. And I was perfectly fine with that. I'm like, this game is trash. Nope. So any of the other, like Fable 2, Fable 3, which are apparently like they fixed some of the issues, added to the dynamics of the game world, this and that, I don't care. So if a new Fable game comes out, I'm not about it. This game was just like, it was just a lot of fluff, right? It was all...
You had one bad experience.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, I don't care. I'm not about it. You know?
One bad experience. You're gonna let this ruin your whole. You're gonna let this ruin your whole Fable life.
I'm not gonna look. If like Fable 4 comes out and it's like the second coming of Christ, all right, maybe I'll take a look. You know, I'm not gonna be that stubborn about it. But honestly, like, I'm just not that. I think there's better games out there that do the same thing.
Okay.
Like, you know, Zelda, Skyrim, Fallout, you know, they're all kind of the same vein. This big open world, you can do all these things. Everything you do affects the, you know, the storyline, the way people interact. So, yeah, you know, Fable's just not for me.
I can see Fable just wasn't your thing.
No. And it's one of the worst games of all time.
Fable memories growing up.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, I'm sure, you know, like a lot of people do, but there's so many things that are inherently wrong with the game. It's just like, ugh. So, like, yes, it has good art style. Yes, the music is good. You know, yes, the voice acting is fairly on point. But gameplay, it just all falls apart, right?
For you.
I mean, I think a lot of people share the same sentiment.
I've never heard one person say anything about that.
I'm telling you, ask around.
I'm telling you, I've never heard anybody say anything about that.
And honestly, that's probably one of my worst gaming memories, because I was just like, I was hoping, like, yes, can this be the year the Giants go to the Super Bowl? And no, 2005, nope, not a good year for Fable.
Not that year, but another year.
So yeah. But yeah, that about wraps it up. We had some good stories out of the bad gaming memories. Hopefully everybody takes my advice and never plays Fable.
Oh, stop it! Fable 1 and 2 were really good on original Xbox. You're just the original Xbox hater.
All right, no, I'm not. I bought it when nobody else wanted it. I mean, there's legit good games on there, like you know, Jet Set Radio Future is fantastic. The original Splinter Cell is fantastic on the original Xbox. You know, there's definitely some good games there. But yeah, so that wraps up episode 101. Want to thank everybody for listening, for being a fan. You guys can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at ratedgforgamers@gmail.com. So please like, listen, subscribe, and as always,
keep gaming.